All right, y'all. Just want to jump on here for a little bit, get my reaction and y'all's reactions for these fights tonight. Let's see if we can do about 30 minutes and then get out. Because I want to go back to watching this boxing too. I want to see this Canelo fight. All right. I mean, this ain't really like a big deal, this Canelo fight to me. I just want to check it out. So I ain't going to be on too long. Lolita, what's going on? Did you get a chance to watch him, Lolita? BJ in the building. Get a sip of water here. All right, so yeah, I wanted to come over here and give my thoughts. I went over to BJ and we talked today. We got a chance to I got a chance to join the celebration over there. BJ was through the roof on this one because that's the Savage, right? Savage. All right. So yeah, man. Overall, man, they were good fights. I was disappointed that Aspen Ladd didn't make weight. I'm gonna talk about her tomorrow. I'm taking the. I'm gonna have tomorrow to get that in with y'all because I'm off tomorrow. So yeah, Aspen Ladd missed weight. I felt bad for Sarah McMahon. I feel bad for her because she didn't get a fight. But according to Sarah McMahon, she said she was taken care of. And when she says taken care of, I'm sure they must have paid her in full. Maybe they paid her in full plus a bonus because Sarah McMahon, it ain't no sweat off of her. You know what I mean? Like she seemed like she was good because some people reached out to her and she was like, hey, they took care of me. She said the UFC took care of her. So, hey, she got a chance to get a check without having to take punishment, but I'm sure she wanted to get that release, man. That's how it is for these women, right? So men too, anybody want to get that release, because they prepare for it. Okay. Nolita said, who do you think will win? Canelo? I think it might be Canelo in another questionable decision. You said you saw Agapova and Jillian. Okay. Marcus Bell, what's up? He said War Savage. Mojo, what's going on? Zaman in the building, what's up? Yeah, she got to move. She got to cut the weight or get cut. And she done missed weight, I think, about 4 or 5 times, so it might be time to go. Yeah, Sandhagen fighting now, right? Is it almost time for that? I'll pull it up in a minute. James Perez, what's going on? He said, you got Canelo. Yeah, I got Canelo by another questionable decision, man. But you never know. The fight is taking place at 168. It might favor Golovkin this time. It might favor him. I mean, he's 40, but it might favor him, because the extra weight, he doesn't have to, cut too much weight. So it might favor him. I don't know. And he's been training for this. I mean, Golovkin wants redemption. They can't stand, these two can't stand each other, man. But yeah, all right, real quick. The fights were good. I enjoyed them. Jillian Robertson, Loma Laboutini, they were the victors. I went 2-0 tonight. So, I got to rub that in a little bit. I got 2-0, Gomes, I thought she would have played out just like this. I thought she was going to go in there and try to push the ground game. But Loma, she impressed me on the ground, right? I know she was looking a lot better on the ground this time, So got to give her credit. But going back to G-Rob, man, Jillian Robertson, she's that specialist, She sticks to her game. She sticks to what she knows. That's why I stuck to this pick because Agapova, y'all know she's kind of questionable with hers, right? She's got hands. The girl's got some snap on her shots. But when you dig deep, man, when you dig a ditch and you just pull her into it and you just keep digging and digging with her, she has trouble with fights, man. Like, I think she's a decent technical fighter. With her attitude, you think she would be a lot more scrappy. But when these girls get scrappy on her, she can't take it. She can't take it, man. Like, the girls that when they really push the fight on her, like Dobson, Marina Moreau, Jillian, those girls that don't quit and they just keep on pulling at her and just mauling and gnawing at her. I hate to say it, but it's just like you would think she has that dog, but she just don't have that type of dog in there, to save her in deep waters. And Jillian Robertson was giving it to her at times. You know what I mean? Like Jillian was, I don't mean giving the fight to her, but she was giving her opportunities for her to capitalize. Like if Agapova was a little bit cooler and calm, she could have caught her with something big. Or if her takedown defense was better, she probably could have slowly chipped away at Jillian Robertson and got her out of there. But she just didn't have that type of, like I said, she just don't have that type of fighter in which she can make an adjustment, and scramble. It's not in her. It's not in her. It's just not in her arsenal or in her makeup or fight makeup. I thought Jillian Robertson did a good job of continuing to go for the takedown and drag her opponent down in this fight. But that first round was kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie, man. BJ, I know you saw it. That girl was absorbing a lot of shots. Like Agapova was tall and long and she's lean. Them elbows hurt. She got them pointy elbows. She ain't bony, but her build makes those punches and those strikes in close so much like knives stabbing you. You know what I mean? Like the way she's like jamming these elbows in Jillian Robertson's ear, man, like strike after strike. I'm like, wow, like Jillian's got to do something different here, And I give Jillian Robertson a lot of credit. She's got the chin to hang, but you can't do that against everybody. You can't do that against everybody. It works in this fight. But that was the scary part, her absorbing all them shots. I think it was like 30, 40 shots to Jillian Robertson's 3. So that was just kind of a scary moment there. Because Agapova does have that in her. Like if you push up on her, she will land some of those strikes in close, but it just wasn't enough to stop her. Now Jillian looked like she was getting groggy in that like 10-second mark. Like when she kept absorbing them shots, she looked a little groggy. I ain't gonna lie. Like she looked like she was about to fold, but she bounced back when she knew she could get this fight to the ground. Now the second round, it came quicker for Robertson when she got patient. I mean, it was like the takedown wasn't even nothing crazy or like special. Like Robertson just stepped in and like hugged her and took her down, man. So that just showed me like she just didn't really have, Agapova just didn't really have that fight anymore. She just let her take her to the ground. And from there, I mean, Robertson just snaked on her, man. She just snaked on her. Lolita said Agapova failed the pressure. She seems to believe she's better than she is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think she believes that she's got more dog than she's got. You know what I mean? Like she thinks she's tougher. She's tougher than she is. Her being tougher, her being, like you said, a better fighter. I think that's there's something not translating there. Like some of this stuff should be humbling her to make her go back and really, really work on the things that's failing her. But it seems like it's kind of cutting off there. The translation kind of cuts off with it there. All right, James said the main event's on now. Ephraim, what's going on? He said she ate like 15 elbows to the side of the dome. That's that kind of punishment that'll make you forget your mother's maiden name. Wow. Dang. Yeah, Ephraim ain't lying though. I mean, tell her, man. Like, I was dazed, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I was dazed watching her take those shots. I mean, Robertson was getting me hyped because she would not stop, but at the same time, I was like, how are you still taking these elbows to the ear like this, and like to the side of the head? Like you can see, like on the left side, her brow was starting to get the knot on it. So I was like, okay, why is she still taking these shots? I grab the wrist, fight for that wrist control, and land a few of these of your own, and you might get it down. So that's where I was at when that round, Ephraim. I was with you, man. Like she ate like 20 something elbows, and she still kept coming, man. BJ said a girl with no hands pressuring a dangerous striker on the feet. Yeah, it was dangerous, man. A girl with no hands pressuring a dangerous striker. But it was like you were saying earlier, man. Like when she throws those head kicks, you just can't like flick it out there. I know she's probably just doing that for like measuring, But if she throws a nice head kick, Jillian Robertson, she could catch Agapova. You know what I mean? That'll throw a lot of these girls off if she learns to do that. Everyone say you UFC fighters got no respect for RNCs tonight. I know they thinking like they too advanced for it, that it's still not gonna come. But if you give up your back, I'm taking that. Brian Williams, what's going on? No filter said Agapova fell to the pressure. She folded. She folded, man. She folded big time. Brian said, I still haven't seen the fight yet. Was tied up. I'll watch it over Sandhagen versus Song. Yeah, definitely, man. That fight, if you haven't seen the Loma Gomes fight, to me, that was fight of the night. That was a fight of the night to me. BJ said Robertson even let go of the body and covered up the elbows. Covered up from the elbows. Mojo said, yes, sir. I was getting worried that G-Rock might go out while she was getting elbowed in the head. Glad she was able to hang in there, but she needs to avoid that. That's how bad. Yeah, that's how bad they were. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, Lolita said Jillian's braids fell out from those elbows. Yeah, man, like the elbows, man. She kept eating them elbows, and then the side of her hair came out. I was like, wow, she was really getting scuffed up, but she stayed in there, man. You said I saw Loma versus Gomes. That was a great fight. Yeah, I love that fight, man. That was a good one, man. It pretty much played out the way I thought, minus that added element of ground game from Loma Laboutini. I mean, she really brought it this time. I got to give her credit, man. But we'll talk about it in a minute here. Yeah, that choke, man. Man, yeah, let's talk about the choke, man. Like that. What do y'all think, man? Like, should it have been stopped? Should it have been stopped a little bit earlier, man? Like before she passed out? Because to me, if you look at Agapova's hands, like at time it looked like they were at her side. Like she wasn't even like trying to escape at that point. Like when she took her away from the were they close by the cage, where they got closer to the center, like when she rolled her out a little bit more. When she rolled her a little bit more to the center, it kind of looked like she wasn't really fighting too much. No Phil says she was still trying to fight out. There was a couple of times it looked like her hands went by her side, or they just kind of left her neck, and it looked like a girl was just about to give. And I know Mark Smith wanted to give him a chance, but that was a vicious one, man. That it was vicious, because I mean, I said that to you today, BJ. That, it looked like she was about to have like a seizure or something. She was convulsing. You could see her spitting up, like whenever when she released, you could still see her kind of spitting up. So I was like, wow, man, that was a tough one. When he was the way he kind of let it play out a little bit longer. But I mean, hey, fighter, they have to tap. If you don't, they take that as they're taking that as a point where you want to keep on fighting. They're taking that as okay, he wants to keep fighting, he or she. Everyone said it was tough to watch. Jillian said she thinks she was out for a while and it was spasming. Yeah, that's why I thought, like, there came a point where it did look like her eyes were already about to give, and she was just kind of going through the motions, maybe like 4 seconds earlier from it, maybe 5 seconds earlier. It could have been. Lolita said he stopped it as soon as she passed out. Agapova had like convulsions, nasty. I thought Agapova tapped earlier in the fight. Yeah, I did too. You talking about by the cage, right, Lolita? Like whenever like her hand, I think it was like her left hand went around the side when they were by the cage. I thought I saw a tap too. Like she didn't have the back fully, but she was in this tight position with her head on the mat, and Jillian Robertson was on top, and the angle of it, you could kind of see her kind of reach around like she tapped. Yeah, I saw that too, because I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, there it goes. But then it kept going. I was like, oh, wait a minute, he letting it go on. Like trying to grab now. Like, did she tap or did she grab me? I was like, what's going on here? Everyone said she was trying to neck flex out of it like gas. And you know what? That's what she was doing, right? She was trying to flex that neck. Like, I was looking at that, man. Like, the tighter, like the squeeze got, like you could see like the veins popping. Like, she was trying to flex too. Flexing, if you ain't got a big neck, don't even do that, because that's gonna add to the that's gonna add to the choke, and the air is gonna leave you a lot faster. And that's probably what's making it worse. With her flexing, that was like cutting off a lot of oxygen to her brain. So that was a combination of the choke and her flexing back like that, trying to fight back, and boom, it puts her out. Right? Yeah, but that was a bad choke, boy. That was a vicious one, man. Haven't seen like one like that in a while. That was even worse than the Cachoeira one, right? That was even worse than the Cachoeira choke. But yeah, I want to tune into one of these. Let me see. I'm gonna try to tune into this. What do you call it? Post fight interview with Jillian Robertson. I want to see who she calls out next. I didn't get a chance to watch him yet, but I'm gonna check it out. The Loma fight, though. Loma fight was on point. I like what Loma's improved it on. She's still bringing the intense kicks. She's still strong on the feet, but I like the fact that she's worked on her wrestling. She knows how to control on the feet now. When these fighters try to go in for that single leg, they try to catch that kick. She knows how to escape. She knows how to reverse these positions and get her own takedowns. I mean, she was bagging takedowns today like it was crazy, man. Loma was switching her game up. I mean, she was tossing Denise Gomes. Got like what three out of three takedowns in the fight. I believe, was it 4? I can't remember, but the way Gomes was just giving up that head, she was getting that head toss on her like it was nothing. Like Loma was a judoka, and then she was just working her. Denise Gomes really was trying to go for these submissions, and a couple of times I thought Loma was in trouble, but again, Loma, she's been working, man. Her grappling's gotten better. She knows how to maneuver, and she knows how to slide out and get top position now with ease. It's really working. And when she gets you down, she's working. Like she's got good ground and pound, very good ground and pound. Lolita said, "Who's the photo on the right? That's Loma. That's Loma and Gomes. Gomes. That's Gomes trying to get that rear naked choke right after. That's right before Loma escapes and just starts ground and pounding her. That was the impressive part right there. Like, she had her in this position and she still couldn't choke her out. Loma was just fighting those hands, and the way she turned and got back up and just started landing some hard shots on this girl. I mean, she opened her up in the first round with a big elbow. I mean, Gomes was coming in there head first, trying to eat these shots. And I'm just saying, look, Loma hits hard. Like, her hand speeds never really impressed me, like the hands power in her hands, but it's her kicks. Like, she dropped her 2 of the front kick in this fight too. That was vicious, man. Like, she threw this hard front kick and just dropped Gomes on her back. She was about I won't say flew across the octagon, but it definitely knocked her into the center of the octagon. And I was like, dang, man, come on. Like, you got to learn to block in there, girl. Like, she's got Muay Thai too. But every time she would try to match a kick with Loma, Loma would come back with a harder one that just, you could hear it. And I think when Gomes figured that wasn't working, she did try to adjust and fight in the clinch. But no, Loma's just done her homework. She's gotten much better in there. So, Gomes, I give her credit. I do give her credit. She was coming in there trying to, take a quick fight after getting signed to the Contender Series. But, Loma, she ain't playing, man. She's not playing. I still think she's a little undersized for this division because some of the better grapplers, they'll have more success because of the size and the strength over Loma Laboutini. But Gomes, she's not necessarily, a small strawweight either, though. She just doesn't have a high level of skill on the ground. Like she has the size, but Loma came in with the strength and technique, and that's what got her through the fight. She said, "What was Lolita said? What was that white thing on Agapova's ear? I don't know. What was it, like some tape or something? Maybe it was like, I'm not sure if that was like a Band-Aid or something. Was that like an adhesive to protect like the ear? I don't know if she maybe had like a cut there or something." Yeah, okay, yeah. Efrian said it was tape. Okay, yeah, it was tape. Yeah, I saw that little piece of tape too. I was wondering what that was. I thought maybe she got cut early or something. Brian said Loma looked good. She showed a lot of improvement in her takedown defense and grappling. Her GMP was nasty too. Yeah, ground and pound was good, man. Like that's the problem. Like with Gomes, like Gomes couldn't come back with much because she was just trying to submit. Where, hey, this is what Tyler Santos need to do. I'm just saying. Running Rennie, what's up? She said Loma Gomes on the right. Yeah, it was a good fight, man. I I think, yeah, that's what Tyler Santos needs to add to her game. Stop trying to submit. Some of these girls at BJJ, they think it's all about just submission. They need to be going in there and getting this groundwork in. And I think Loma checking in there with Zhang Wei Li, a little while back, the past few weeks, that's kind of fired her up. That's kind of woken something up in her to go out there and get it in. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, Tyler Santos, that popped in my mind. I was like, look at this ground and pound this girl's getting. That's what you got to do. Like, if you can get position, you got to start just like firing shots. That's what Manon does when she gets you down. Like Wei Li, Manon, those fighters, like when they get you down, they looking to, beat you down and soften you up to get a submission. Gomes, she was just trying to go for it. And that wasn't happening. Loma's strong on the ground, man. Just too strong for her. Lolita said Loma was wearing a white tank top. Hold up. No, this was no, she was wearing blue. Cause I pulled this. Okay, yeah, because I pulled this straight off of the screen just like a few minutes ago. This is like this is an instant replay shot. Yeah, she was wearing blue. Yeah. She was wearing white. Before she got there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, you say she took her top off during the break. Okay, okay, yeah. Yeah, I was really into it. I missed that, but yeah, this was just off of the instant replay. So from here, man, Loma improving in the right things, like her grappling and her ground and pound. Will it help her at 115, or does she still need to be at 105? That's the question. Yes or no? I mean, she's got no choice because there is no atom weight division, right? So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, yeah, it's gonna help her. It's definitely gonna help her now. But how far she gets is still the question. That's really what it is. Like, even with her improvements that she's making, the question is, how far can she get off of it? But yeah, the improvement is definitely going to help her. That's always going to help a fight. That's going to keep her from getting completely dominated or manhandled, or woman handled. But I think that, she's got no choice, and she knows that now. That's why she's you know, making those right improvements and everything. You said, I think she's going to be okay. Yeah, she should be fine. Yeah. Whether it be a Velismus or Tabitha Ricci, shoot, I want to see her in Tabitha Ricci now. Like, I want to see that style just so she can get another grappler on her resume. And, 'cause I think Loma, she can handle that too. Loma's got the experience, so it might be time for her to get, get like the winner of Ricci, Jessica Panay, or get that Luana Pinheiro fight or somebody like that. As for Jillian Robertson, got to get that Gatto fight back on. I said a Gatto fight, or let's see, Melissa Gatto, or what I tell BJ earlier. Oh, Antonina. I still want to see that fight, man. Let's go ahead and make that fight if Antonina Shevchenko's still around. He want to see that fight so bad. I think I was still leaning towards Gatto in a G-Rob fight. So let's go ahead and do the Antonina fight. I thought it was an earring or something. It didn't make sense. Yeah. What about Agapova for y'all, man? Like, what do y'all think about her? What does she got to do from here? Like, she's still good for the UFC, or she got to go back and work? If she is who she is now, or what, man? Like, it's just like I said, though, man. Like, well, like you just said, Lolita, it might be the mistake of her thinking she's better than she is. You know what I mean? It might be the mistake of her thinking that she's better than she is, and she needs to work on that. So that's all mental, though. You know, for her approach to a fight, her ground game is still a big issue. And I think that's where that comes into place, thinking, okay, she's better than she is. She's thinking, okay, I don't have to work on this, right? So I'm good. You know, I don't have to work on this, but it's not good. I see Miranda Maverick beating Agapova. I see her doing the same thing, man, like even cleaner, because, you know, Miranda's physically stronger than Jillian Robertson. And she's getting, you know, tighter with her striking. So I could see Miranda doing the same thing. And just a while ago, people were thinking that Agapova was going to be like a big threat too. I thought she was going to be, you know, somewhat of a, you know, good addition to the division, but there's still a lot of things, man, that's on the table with her, and that's in question, especially their mentality. She folds too fast in some of these fights. Brian said Gatto's coming off a loss. Jillian might want to fight up. Yeah, Jillian's on a 2-fight win streak right now, right? So Tracy Cortez might be a good fight. No, Tracy Cortez is fighting Ebos, right? Yeah, Tracy Cortez and Ebos are fighting. So who knows? Maybe she could fight the winner of that fight. Or who else is out there? She already got a win over Molly McCann, even though Molly McCann is ranked now. She's already beat Molly McCann before. Maybe like the winner of Tracy Cortez, Ebos. That's on the table. Aaron and Meatball, they're fighting next. So if she was to fight up, that would like be the only logical fight for her to take. It's probably the winner of that fight. You know, if they give Andrea Lee to Macy Barber, yeah, definitely. Efren said Agapova was fun, but it's hard to imagine she'll make the adjustments. Yeah, I agree. Brian said Agapova would think her swag is going to win fights. No way. Yeah, you're right. That it ain't going to win no fights out here. It's not going to win no fights. Marcus said bring on Mandy Bone versus Agapova. There you go. That's the matchmaking right there. Mandy Bone versus Agapova. Both are riding 2 losses. Both look similar in style. No, not really in style, but just look. They, you know, that would be an interesting fight. Mandy Bone versus Maria Agapova for their career. Loser gets the walking papers. Running Rini said Tracy Cortez and Jillian Robertson would be good. Yeah, that's not a bad fight. Everyone says she needs to have she seems to have too many distractions outside the cage out here getting into the drama with Violent Bob Ross. Lolita said, why wouldn't Loma go to 1 and fight in the atomweight division? The atomweight division, yeah, she could, right? Yeah, she could. Actually, wait a minute. Atom weight at 1 is 115, right? Yeah, 1FC, their atom weight division is 115, and their strawweight division is 125. Yeah. Marcus says so. Combo Jillian lost to JJ Aldridge before she has fought Agapova. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot that fight. Yeah, I forgot about that. I picked JJ to win that fight too. So how did I forget that? Yeah, because she beat Priscilla Cachoeira. Then she lost to JJ. Now she beat Agapova, right? Okay. So yeah, Gatto was good. Gatto was good. I don't think Jillian deserves to like go fight up like for top 15 yet just because she beat Agapova. No, it's got to be Gatto. Thanks for reminding Marks. No, I thought it was 2 in a row, but no, maybe Gatto was still a good name. Gatto coming off a loss, but Gatto was still like a legit test for her. So I'll stick with Gatto. Agapova needs to stop believing she's all gangster and just focus on improving. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That gangster crap don't win you no fight. Being a gangster don't flex your neck and get you out of rear naked choke like that. You know what I mean? Lolita said, "Oh, does one have a 105 division?" I don't even think they do. Do they? I always think of Ryzen. Ryzen has atom weights because Lindsey Van Zant, she used to fight over there a little bit. Atom weight is in 150. Yeah, it's 115, and strawweight is 125. I don't know if they do 105 there. Like, what do they call it? Do they do that? What is it? Micro atom weight or something like that? Do they do micro atom weight over there? I think is that what it's called? Might be thinking of something else, but if they were, that might be what it is, but I might be thinking of something else. Oh, I see. Song must be whooping Sandhagen. Okay. I'm gonna go back and check it out later. I'm just on here right now. Yeah, I believe that too. Yeah, Gapova's got to quit the GAC. She got to quit that GAC and humble herself and fight. Humble herself and improve, and don't let that image take over. You know what I mean? And right now she's off to a bad start with that. So it's gonna be a long road because it's all about her mental now. So that's a different thing. See, Loma's improving. She's humble enough to improve, and she's worked on some good things that got her through this fight. Denise Gomes, I mean, from here, she's got to work on her defense, man. Like, she can't keep running into shots like this. Denise Gomes, what's next for her? Some more of these unranked fighters. Who else is down, in the unranked zone? Who's taking an L? Oh, man, it'd be a good fight. Denise Gomes and what's that other Yasmin girl? The one that lost to Jasmine, not Harigi, not the winner of that fight, but the other girl that was like 20 years old. The loser of that fight. What is her name? You might need to help me out. What was that girl's name? Hold on for a second. Lucindo, yeah. That's gonna be a bloody fight. Yeah. Ephraim, yeah, Lucindo. Lucindo versus Denise Gomes. That would be a good fight. Make that fight. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Those girls going at it. I would pick Lucindo in that fight though. Lucindo, that girl's the dog, man. She only 20 years old. I'm gonna say it again. That girl started fighting professionally at 14 years old. First fight at like she was 14 years old. Same with Teresa Blader. That's another one of my favorites. Y'all know I be talking about her and this Lucindo, man. I think Teresa Blader started fighting like in the amateurs, I think, at like 15 or something like that. 15 years old or something like that. These girls are killers, man. Yeah, James said Lucinda had some pop in her last fight. Man, I don't know if y'all heard last night. I don't put James Perez on the spot. James was on a live with Coach. Finally got to hear James speak. Right, BJ? BJ, do you hear it? BJ was up. No, BJ wasn't in there. Oh, James Perez, he got on the mic yesterday on the Coach's show. I got to give James props. Shout out to James, man. James was on the mic. James on the mic trying to hold his own on that one, man. I was like, okay, James Perez, he get a pass now because he done took a link. He was up in there with Coach trying to hang. Hey, it was a war. He was standing his ground now. James got good takedown defense. James got good takedown defense, man. Look, let me do my post fight on Coach versus James Perez. All right, so James Perez, he came out swinging. He got some good hand speed, good combinations. But the thing is, Coach, he got a good jab. You know, Coach always go back to the jab. You know, that basic factual jab that's always keeping you back. Try to take Coach down a few times. Coach bounced back up. He came back harder. Got the back of James Perez, but he hung in there. He able to get back to his feet. They finished that round strong, man. It was like it wasn't no championship fight yet because this is his first fight in. It was like a 3-round fight. He hung in there, you know. He got better cardio than Arujo. I'm gonna say that. You know, James got better cardio than Arujo. He hung in there, but I had to give the Coach by split decision. I got to give the Coach this time around, man. You know, James got to give him credit though. He said I gave it a good run. Yeah, man. Hey, it was a good conversation though, man. It was a good conversation. He said Coach took that L. He said our play was all good. Yeah, it was a good just to hear y'all different views on Valentina and Nunes. So hey, it's all respect. Kareem, what's going on? He said Agapova disappointed me. Hey man, 2-3 fights back, man. I'm in the same boat with you with that, man. She disappointed me. I picked Jillian for that reason, man, because the last couple fights just ain't been hitting. Oh, BJ said he ain't took that no filter smoke 30-27. He said, yeah, you can check it out on Coach last stream yesterday. It was like 4 hours. We went on for like 2 technical difficulty at first time doing this. Yeah, he got it down though, man. He was Brian Williams said, what was the topic? I'll go back and check. Good stuff, James Press. Oh, you know the topic, Brian. Brian, why you asking, Brian? You already know the topic. You know the topic for 2 hours. I was grinding, but I was listening. I said, I'm going to still tune in. You know what the topic was. I'm going to just say that. You know what it was for about 2 hours, but they kept it interesting. It was a good topic. Kareem said, what's good? Oh, man, just breaking for right now. And about to watch this Canelo Golovkin fight in a little bit, you know. But yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, I actually got to jump off here in like 2 minutes. I just want to come through and talk about some of these fights. Yeah, he said he was ecstatic. Agapova didn't disappoint because that is what I expected. Right. At this point, yeah, you don't really get disappointed, right? Because that's what it is. Like I said, if she comes back, I got Miranda Maverick winning that. You know, if she was to fight Miranda, I got Miranda beating her in that fight too. You know, I don't think her striking is that dangerous against fighters that put a lot of pressure on her. You know, I don't see that. Lolia said I heard someone with Coach. Good conversation. Yeah, James, that was a good conversation though. He said, yeah, Brian, you know what we talked about. He said he made it look easy. We went on a couple other things that I'm running research. I'm going to listen so I can hear what you were yapping about. Jay said I give him a split decision win at best. Uh-oh. Agapova has too much BS going on. She does, man. She does. Hopefully she can get out of that. Yeah, that's the thing. And Agapova's got too much BS, but like BJ said, Jillian's got that dog. That dog ain't no that Jillian got the dog. I'm telling you, man. Look, but like I always say, BJ, and look, you can relay it to her what she got to get the striking. She got to get confident in that striking, man. Like if she would just let them hands go a little bit more, she would get it. And I'm just going off of examples, man. Okay, I'm going off of the examples of Oliveira, and then I'm going off the example of what Macy was able to do in the Irene fight. Okay, Irene, Macy Chase on the Irene Aldana fight. When she started punching strong, Irene Aldana was respecting them punches, and every time she felt the punches coming, boom, she'd take her down. She thought them punches were coming, she would take her down. Oh, Efren said, who's coach? Oh, CSH Combat Sports. Coach Sheldon Harrison Sports, Combat Sports Show. There's another channel. Brandon Reed said we DJ's Press versus Combo. Okay. Oh, man. Jillian ate too many. Derek Bailey, what's going on, man? He said Jillian ate too many elbows. She did, man. She ate a lot of elbows, man. My head was hurting. My head was hurting watching that, man. But she got it done, though. Lolita said, I heard the conversation about Valentina. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. They were talking about Valentina and the Nunes rematch and who's the better fighter overall, Nunes or Valentina. Who got the better resume? I mean, we already know. We know who got the better resume on Nunes. But don't get it started. If we get it started, we can't get it started right now. Wild Tiger, what's going on? She said she had coached by a split decision. She coached. She being non-biased. She just being real. She's just being real, right? I said the same thing, Wild Tiger. It was a split decision. He's got cardio. His cardio saved him. But if you battle me, I'm gonna give you that Caitlin Chikagan cardio. You know me. Hey, you know how long we've been on 4 or 5 hours. We do that. I do that like nothing. BJ know that. I got the Chikagan cardio over here, man. Okay, Wild Tiger wants a Harrison Prez too. Okay. Yeah, I want to see a rematch. Before he can move on, I want to see a rematch. Hey, before he can fight the number one contender, he got to fight a rematch first. He got to win convincingly. BJ said he got that not Courtney Casey. He got that Courtney Casey volume. Okay. But that Chikagan cardio got me number one, man. It's got me it got me the most wins on the Valentina. So no, actually he pulled the E-Boss. James pulled the E-Boss. He got that ranking. He fought with some heart. BJ said Casey O'Neill, not Court. Okay, Casey O'Neill. James said, bro, I really took care of Coach, but since you guys share his views, you'll always give it to Coach. No, man, look, you was in there, man. You was in there. We gonna let some who in here? Okay, Running Reenie. She'll be some unbiased ears. Running Reenie's unbiased, so she'll be, and I am too. Wild Tiger was being non-biased. She wasn't being biased. She was being real. I think, yeah, let her hear it and we'll see what the decision is over there. Derek said they debated on Coach's channel. Yeah, they debated on his stream last night. I was ringside I was watching for the winner. You know, I was cage side. I was listening, you know, because I was about to take on the winner. Oh, he said he missed it. Wild Tiger said JG was passionate and a lot of heart. Yeah, that heart gets you. That heart can get you a victory. You know, he comes in around 155 mark on the stream. Yeah, matter of fact, I might go back and listen to it tonight, sometime night. You know, that's how it is. Sometimes you got to go back and listen and watch a fight again to see who really won. Yeah, yeah. Coach is knowledgeable because he's been, you know, he's been doing this a long time. You know, that's why I say there's stuff he know I don't know. You know what I mean? When he gets on there and just start talking about some things about even with Valentina, like I ain't gonna lie, like I was studying her, but he studied her longer. Like there's things I can pick up now and just know naturally, just because. But the history of Valentina, yeah, coach, he knows that from, you know, all the way back to what she was doing before then. Like I seen her Muay Thai fights and some of that like that, but I wasn't really placing it the same way he did. But you know, I know her now, and just not as long as he has. But yeah, I know how to break her style down and what she does. But yeah, he's knowledgeable on that. So it's gonna be hard to top. But with all of that said, he still thinks Nunes is the GOAT, and I can respect that opinion because I'm kind of in that same boat too. Chin, what's going on? Chin, what'd you think of the fights tonight, the WMMA fights? Lolita said Clarissa is not the GOAT. That goes to Ann Wolf. Ann Wolf was a monster. She knocking some men out too. So hey, Jay said I could give it to coach no problem, but people was expecting me to get smoked. That didn't happen at all. Yeah, he didn't get smoked. He didn't get outclassed. He didn't get outclassed. James was in there. James was in the fight the whole night. Wait a minute. What Ephraim said, do they set up these debates beforehand, or is it just whatever is down that night? It's just whatever that's down that night, Ephraim. I don't set it up. We try, but it seems like when we don't, they come in better because it's all about timing. So I just, you know, we just drop a link and that's it. We just do it on the fly, man, because you know a lot of this stuff already. So you know, Ephraim, if you ever want to come on, hey, it's always open. Just hit me up and I'll send you. Just email me. Just email me, and I'll always let you on. If you ever just want to talk, and it ain't even got to be debate, but if it's just you gotta say something about fighting in general, yeah, you just come on through. Wild Tiger said the next time Coach versus James happens for Coach versus Combo, I will order me some hot wings. we got look. I ain't gonna lie, Coach. I gotta find something I disagree. We agree on a lot of things, so we have to find something. Like, dang man, like, see, me and BJ, we disagree on some things, man. So we'd be calling for smoke, but let me see. I think we would probably have to battle on the Manon and Valentina thing, but dang, that would be hard because it it's still Valentina. It's still Valentina. So that's gonna be a tough one to win. Yeah, yeah, Chin. That's gonna be just a rivalry. We're gonna keep going with that one. That's always gonna go on. We're gonna stay disagreeing on a lot of stuff. So You know, I won't have to think too hard on that. It's just gonna be like that. it's, it just comes naturally. That you can't force. That you can't force. James said I had one supporter, basically two. He said Ulysses. All the rest were mostly against me. Wild Tiger and Combo were kind of in between, slightly favoring Coach. I mean, hey, look, you were hitting on with some things that you said about Valentina. Like, I think some of what you said may have gotten missed too about the draw thing, but I get what you were saying about even with the thing about the draw. Uh, next time maybe we just need a mediator up in there. We used to do a mediator sometimes. Have somebody in the middle. Ever since I've been known to talk in the mics. Oh, okay, yay. Always open. Mark Robinson, he come through. 2B's, he'll come through. It's all good. Yeah, I agree with you on a lot of things. Honestly, my best debate will always go back to Nunes and the GOAT, the real GOAT. Bullet versus anyone else is a shutout, my favorite. I think, me and you were going to have the same debate about the Nunes and the Valentina fight. Like, I told you, I could see Nunes winning the rematch. I know you're going to disagree the heck out of me on that. Like, I gave Nunes round 1, 3, and 4. And I know that's going to get you going right there. I shouldn't have said that. I can give Nunes 1, 3, and 4. That's gonna make everybody mad. Yeah. I know. I use StreamYard. I don't know if Coach was using StreamYard last night, but I use StreamYard so there won't be a lot of echo. As long as you turn off, you have to turn YouTube off and just use StreamYard when you do a link. When you do a link with somebody, just use StreamYard and turn YouTube off. That way you won't get the echo. But when I use StreamYard and OBS, you always have to mute in between talking because there's always an echo between the two softwares. But if you just I use a StreamYard now mostly, I don't have to do a lot of muting and there's no echoes like that. Yeah, everyone gets to get on the mic. Hey, it's like I said, it's all good. Yeah, I'm open for it Sunday. And then, like I said, ain't even gotta be no debating. It's just, hey, if you want to talk about fights, hey man, I just posted up about the featherweight division on Instagram and it got people talking. You see a lot of fighters talking about it now. So BJ, he out there talking about it now too. He over there fighting with somebody on my Instagram. Cause they know what it is. I sent it out. Pam Bam, she saw it. Pam Bam Sorensen saw it. They agree. About them making a featherweight division. I posted that up. Pam saw it. Josette Cotton saw it. Chelsea, they see it. Macy Chase on better act like she see it because she knows she ain't no 135er. I'm just being honest. I posted their pictures. I said, hey, look, they just need to make a featherweight division because these girls right here, Aspen Ladd and Macy Chase on, they are not bantamweights. Running Reedy say you and Coach are usually alike on most topics, though. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just naturally too. Like sometimes I even hear him, and then after that we have the same topic on one thing. It's not even like, hey, I'm trying to take anything he does or he take anything I do. Like we just kind of do it natural. A lot of respect for Coach. Definitely. Wild Tigers have got a lot of content coming through. Okay, yeah, I was looking at some. I was going to say one of your videos, Wild Tiger. I think you got that new game, that new matchup. Who you got fighting next? Because I don't really game as much, but I watch other people game, which is kind of funny. People think that's funny. I usually watch gaming, but I don't game. I watch other people do it for me now. Lolita said, I'm a Amanda fan. Yeah, I am. That's what I think. That's where me and Coach disagree. I'm an Amanda fan. I'm an Amanda fan, but I don't think he is. But that's not really open grounds for debating. So okay. Chin said if Shevchenko lost twice, she's going to most likely lose the third, and it might be more convincing. Because even on this, I think I agree with Coach on this. When he said the third fight might be even more dangerous for Valentina, I kind of agree with that because this Amanda right here, like he said, is in a matrix. You know, this Amanda's, I know styles make fights. I know how Pena's a different fighter, but this Amanda here kind of fights with more aggression. And I won't say like reckless aggression. This one here fights more like she got something on the line, like she just tired of it. You know what I mean? Derek said, "Me too. I watch way more than I play." Yeah, like I just pull up YouTube and watch people game now. Sometimes I don't even like play as much. I want to. I will every now and then, but not like these gamers, man. Like I just don't have time to. I don't have time to set up no games like people do nowadays. You know, like they be gaming like 8-hour days, 9-hour days in the dark. I can't do that. Sink, what's going on? He said Nunes will lay. Dang. Come on, Sink, man. I don't think she gonna lay, man. First two fights, nobody did. Okay, Wild Tiger says she had Pena versus Tate. That's what I saw. Pena versus Tate. I thought it was real at first. I was like, wait a minute, they gonna make this fight? I was like, they gonna make this fight? Right. James Press said you must be crazy. Bring any Nunes you want. She'll never look as good as she did with Pena against Bullet. Not even close. Maybe not as good, but convincing. That's all she needs is to be more convincing. Yeah, there. I just ain't got that in me, man. Like these people be watching and playing games. They don't take baths anymore. They just sit there all day long and play. They don't take showers. They don't talk to anybody. They be on YouTube playing games all day, man. Yeah, 8 hours days, man. Even like on that Twitch, like I got a Twitch. I was thinking about trying that before. I was like, man, I can't do this. Well, I talk to Amazon be having me tired. I was looking into that about Amazon, man. Like these people, yeah, y'all they be getting work, man. Like I was looking at the documentary on YouTube about Amazon, and I was like, man, they be working up in there. Excuse me, they be working up in there. They be having to work hard. Todd said, great show tonight. Appreciate that, Todd. He said, much love from San Diego. Okay, all the way on the west side. No, they don't. They really don't. Not wild. Oh, yeah, she said they don't care about their employees. No, they don't. Yeah, Marcus, they do, man. They be chilling, man. They don't care. They don't care about that hygiene and stuff anymore. Oh, Lolita said, I thought Kama was going to sign off like 10 minutes ago. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for reminding me. I got to sign off. All right. Chen said Jeff needs to run some money first of all. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I went 2-0. 2-0 tonight. Six said, you don't think she'll try and do what Santos did? I don't think she'll try to do what Santos did. I think she's going to use her kicks and her hands a little bit more. Like, see, you got to understand, Amanda Nunes is a smart fighter. You know, she's not, she got some stoppage losses on her resume, but she learns from her mistakes. She might take a piece of what she's doing, but she knows that you just can't go in there and try to grapple and take down a Valentina off top. You can't take a fresh Valentina off top. You have to wear her down somewhat, somehow. And I think Amanda's going to use striking to a point where she can get inside and start wearing the weight on her. You know what I mean? Like boxing. Like you see recently Tyson Fury versus Wilder, two different fighters, yeah, but like Tyson Fury would land a good hard 1-2 on Deontay Wilder first, and then he would lay on him, right? He would use the striking first, his punches, he would daze him with hard shots, and then he would lay on Wilder. You know what I mean? So Nunes is going to use her hands or her kicks, you know, slowly chop away at Valentina. She's going to try, all right? And then start working in the ground game, you know, start trying to get a little bit more physical with her, you know? Yeah, Amanda walks around like when she does featherweight, she walks around like I think 170, 175. Yeah, and Valentina don't walk too far around from her weight. So, you know, you think about that too, like the physicality, like how she lets it come into play now. She's gonna know how to use a lot of that to her advantage. But yeah, I don't think Saint she would take it full on and, you know, like approach like Tyler Santos did. James Press said, "Do you know Ticket TV Combo? Dude does basketball videos. He does so much videos you would think he doesn't have time to do anything else. Barely eat, shower, anything. No, I don't, man. I don't really watch basketball anymore. I've never seen him. Oh, appreciate that. Wild Tiger said, man, it needs to be in the next Matrix movie. Hey, I will watch it if she does. You know, Valentina needs to be on Cobra Kai. I think I said that the other day. Like, they should have put Valentina Shevchenko in Cobra Kai. You know, you had who'd you have in that? Eric Anders, Teron Woodley, and Wonder Boy, right? Those three UFC fighters were on Cobra Kai this past season. But yeah, I think you would have thrown Valentina up in there, you know, somehow you know, put her in there as a sensei or something like they did. That would have been good. James Perez said, watch Nunes against anyone else on the feet and then watch Nunes against Bullet on the feet. Easy work. Only success she had against Bullet was round 2. First fight, ground and pound. After 40 minutes, that was only success she had. I'm gonna go back and watch them 2 fights this weekend, man. Jay, I'm gonna watch them both back to back. Why would Nunes try and strike with Val though when the path of least resistance will be on the ground? If Tyler's size was the main reason she was able to get Val down, why won't Nunes do that too? The thing is, she will, but you just can't. You can't go right in there and take Valentina down because her ground game is solid too. You have to wear her down. You have to land something on her. You have to get her respect. You have to lay damage on her first. You know, Valentina's strong all the way around. So you're gonna have to get her respect. Like why do you think Tyler Santos failed at that at times? Like Tyler was able to get her down, but she couldn't really do any damage even with striking on the ground. Like she didn't land any ground and pound, you know, because her main thing was to try to submit. And you just can't submit Valentina like that. You know, you're gonna have to wear her down and try to take away energy and do damage. That's why I kept saying Tyler needs to believe in her striking. That's why she was getting rocked and hit with some of these shots on her feet because she wasn't giving Valentina anything to think about as far as coming back at her. So you got to commit to some type of striking. You know, you have to try to. I ain't trying to say you got to stand with the round at the round, but you have to use timing against her timing. You just have to. That's how well rounded she is. Marcus Bell said, right, Valentina should have been instructor in Cobra Kai. Yeah, I thought so too. Yep. For Amanda, I think the clinch or the game or the cage is the key to beating Valentina and not being close at distance is power versus accuracy and timing. Close to a wash, Nunes could use that size better. Yeah. All right, Wild Tiger's out. And on that, I'm about to get out of here. Ernest said Grasso upset over Shevchenko. Now, you want to put some money on that? I definitely will put no money on that. James said it was a combination of size, grappling skill that helped Santos to take Bullet down. Not only size, need a combination of both. Right. And she also needs striking. She needs to use her striking, like, because you got to work in the clinch. You got to land knees. You know, you got them big legs, use them knees. Todd Johnson said, combo, if you get a chance, check out any hoop check out the aces. Kelsey Plum is fire. She grew up around the street from me. Okay, Kelsey Plum. You should check out any hoop check out the aces. Kelsey Plum. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to let me remember that. I'm gonna look that up right off of here. All right, Wild Tiger said, love you all. Got love for you, Wild Tiger. Respect. Oh, Runner Reese, I love the Walking Dead game of the military war games he used to play. I can't think of the name of it. Wild Tiger, Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty. Grasso upset Bullet. That's not ever gonna happen. James Press said, "Come put that dude back in his place. You even know Grasso will get cocked if she ever fights with him." And the thing is, like, look, James, I ain't even got to do that because I already know what Manon could do to Grasso. Okay, we ain't even gonna look. She ain't even past that level yet. Okay, that should tell you something right there. Manon is gonna give her work. Okay, Manon will give her that work. But on that note, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hit that like on your way out. Make sure you subscribe. Like always, appreciate everybody in the chat. Good conversation. Like I said, lines they always open. You know, link is open tomorrow. Whoever want to jump in, Ephraim got. You know, he said you hit the mic. Hey, there's always a there's always a mic. James, you know. So yeah. On that note, later y'all. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.